Hello?
Hello, is that Lester?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Hi Lester, it's Tom Wade calling. You spoke to my colleague Matt over the
Oh,
weekend?
hiya, yeah, hiya.
Yeah, how you doing? You doing good?
Yeah, not too bad, yeah, you're a bit early, that roll.
Yeah, I was go
Caught me
yeah.
off guard.
I was just about to say, yeah, did I catch you at a bad time or do you want me to call back a bit later?
No, you're okay, no, you're fine, sorry, well, some on the phone at roll.
Okay, brilliant. I mean, how's your day been? Good? Was the weekend good?
Same crap as always. Yeah, she's come out of hospital, so we're alright, we're getting there.
Okay, brilliant. I mean, just to refresh me over the details. I know Matt. I'm just looking at some of the
Yeah.
details now. I know Matt went over with me. I mean, I know is it. You correct me if I'm wrong. Is it upper floor maisonette, two bedroom?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay, I mean, just a quick question in regards to the condition. Does it need any work
Yep.
at all, or?
No, I would assume it probably wants a coat of paint now because we've got a tenant in. Um, she's on about leaving at some point anyway, but so I'm guessing I'll just probably want decorating again.
Okay, great.
So
It's
yeah,
tenanted at the
no,
moment.
there's everything in there. Yeah, it's everything. It's livable. We're all right. I left it fully furnished for her, but by all accounts, she took most of it out. She didn't want it. So
Okay, great. So is so has this been tenanted for a while, or?
it's been tenanted for six. It was this. What was it? The first 6 months on in February. So it will be end of February. It'll be 8 months.
Okay, brilliant. So I guess
She
you're,
wasn't. It wasn't supposed to be a short-term tenancy up to 6 months,
yeah,
and it was done through a letting agency. She told them she wanted to extend it, which we were happy for. I mean, I don't mind, obviously.
yeah.
But by all accounts, she's not been to the agency since, and she started obviously building up a few years now. So I've got a feeling. But she's got two children, and she's pregnant again. She wants to be rehoused. I know what she's after.
Oh,
She
okay.
wants the council to house her, so that's what she. I think so. I've told him letting agencies to give her notice, obviously, like which is what she'll need
Yeah,
to go and. So I've got to
yeah.
go and do that.
So I guess your situation, just so you don't mind if I just ask the situation, I guess it in terms of your reason for moving on, do you just want to get an offer in place and then just move on and not have to worry about looking after tenants?
Yeah, I mean, what it is, like I say, the reason I've lived there for 10 years, probably less 10 years. What it is, I got married. Father-in-law had a stroke. Couldn't manage, obviously, upper floor masonette, so I went looking for a new house. One with a downstairs toilet and everything for him. Because it was an upper floor masonette, none of the new house builders I went to, so I wanted a new one, fresh start, new wife, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
interested in part exchanging. So what one of their agencies did, he gave me a buy-to-let mortgage on it to give me the money I needed to put down as a deposit for the house.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Yeah. So I left it empty for about a year because, like I said, I weren't too bothered either way. It was empty for about a year, and then I thought, well, obviously I could be earning some money or be something towards paying towards the mortgage.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like I say, the council were interested at one point, and then I think they've run out of funding or something now. They were saying
Okay,
they run
yeah.
about doing it for 5 years offers.
Yep.
So what I decided to do was got an agency involved, and they turned around and said, "Yeah, we can get somebody in." And like I said, she moved in. She's been in nearly 8 months now. So
Okay, brilliant. So just a
all.
refresh over. So the mortgage
So I just want to get
payments.
rid of it. What it is, at the end of the day, I want rid. I
Okay.
don't want the hassle because I've got enough crap in my life as it is.
Yeah, I understand. I
I
mean, life
don't
gets in
need
the
it.
way, doesn't it? Yeah, but I guess to be honest with you, I mean, Lester is property is one of them things really that if it's your living that you do like for ourselves is something we do as a living,
Yeah.
it's different. But if you've just rented it out due because you couldn't sell it, it can be a bit of a burden, can't it?
It is a burden, yeah. I mean, I don't want it. I mean, I've got my new house. Like I say, I want to move on with my life. Cause
Yeah,
when years ago, and
yeah,
I just don't need the hassle. That's why I got an agency involved. But like
yeah.
I say, I've still. I mean, I've got a letter from tax office now saying obviously it's going to be an income. I've got to pay tax, and I don't want none of this rubbish.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when I'm going to work and come home.
yeah,
Don't,
yeah.
you know,
Well, I mean,
so
in terms of that, I mean, because I know Matt obviously after you filled in the form, and Matt floated the idea past you in terms of what we can do. I mean, I just obviously go over it and just obviously
yeah,
say
yeah,
what's in it for us. So I guess so. What we do is we normally because we speak to a lot of people that don't have much equity in the house. So a cash offer,
right,
a quick cash offer, obviously wouldn't work due because they wouldn't have much equity left in it for the house. They'd have a shortfall to pay off to the mortgage. But in this way, we can give you the price you need to move on and not have to worry about being a landlord. But we just need that enough time to allow the market to recover until we buy. So in the meantime, all of the existing payments, obviously it goes through solicitors as standard, etc. It becomes our responsibility, just like we would go out and get a mortgage. So, like I said, that's why we floated the idea past, because we see it happen. I mean, I speak to people every day that are in this situation that just want rid.
Yeah, I just want rid. Like I said, it was valued at, nearly 2 years ago. It was probably 2 years ago now, yeah. It was valued at 55. Like I said, we put it on the market about 52. And some people came and they offered stupid money. I mean stupid money. Like I said, I'm not bothered about making any money. I owe £40,000 on a mortgage. That's obviously wanting some money for a deposit for you. That's all it is. I'm not interested in making any money. I just want to get rid. I just don't want the hassle. It's just too much pain. But I just didn't, like I say, at the time, I thought, well, I'll hang on to it now. Like I said, if I'm now getting bloody self-assessment tax forms coming through from bloody tax office, I don't want it. I just don't want hassle.
Okay. Well, I mean, So, do you have any? Because I know Matt went through it with you. Just so I want to make sure you know. Is there any other questions you got? Or are you pretty sure on how the process works?
I'm not sure how it works. I mean, I actually got an email come through. An email saying, just parties in taking over the lease for arrange it that way.
So the way it works, I mean, the existing, basically to simplify it, I mean, the way it works for us is we obviously say, for example, the remaining mortgage is the 40,000. That price would be agreed, and we just need enough time. We place like a tenant buyer in there somewhat later on after the tenancy, someone that's going to look after the place like their own. We just need enough time to allow that market to recover up until we buy. And obviously, as long as you don't have any objection if we make money long term when we sell it.
Makes no difference to me. That, like I say, I'm happy with that. Like I say, the whole point of you is to make money anyway. So, I've got it. I'm happy it's gone. You're making money, so we're both happy. My concern, I suppose, with this is if you do take it over as such. What I understand is how he was saying maybe over a fixed price of maybe over a term over 5 or 6 or 7 years or whatever. How does that work? I mean, does that mean we're still liable or what?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, I get that question a lot. But what happens? I mean, at the start, obviously, when it goes through the conveyancing and the legal guys, the solicitors, and so on, it's like a normal sale would. What happens is we become responsible for that. So all of it, or like we would go out and get a mortgage now. Obviously, we're responsible for making their monthly payments, aren't we? So it's just like in the same case, whatever your payments are. Well, I mean, how the logistics are set up, we can either set up a standing order directly with the company, or we can just pay you and you pay directly. But sometimes people prefer just to have us pay it directly. And that's how the technicalities happen. But what we do is we want it hands off as well. So we place someone in there with a homeowner's mentality. So they're not really looking at it like a tenant to stay for 6 months and leave. They actually want to buy the place. But they just need enough time. They just need enough time before they can actually qualify and get a mortgage. So that's obviously.
The only other thing that concerns me is obviously it starts to be. What happens? Say the council decide they want to do major improvements. They haven't. Don't misunderstand that. Obviously, it's a block of flats and stuff. I mean, like I say, I'll tell your friend, they are in about doing upgrades for smoke alarms and stuff. And my fee of that is going to be £100, which is not a problem. I mean, obviously, it's a fire upgrade, so I'm happy with that. To put smoke alarms in each, property and stuff. What if they decide they want to do something major, just a matter of interest, and they say, maybe they want another £1,000 or something. What would happen then?
Okay, well that's another good question. Like I said, what happens at the start? So all the existing responsibilities of the landlord, say for yourself at the moment, you would be responsible for that at the moment. But if you do decide to go ahead, we take that on, and all of the mortgage and insurance and anything that would happen with the council would be our responsibility, because obviously when we take that on, that's what we take on.
Of course,
like I said, I mean, it's just something. It's not for everyone, but I know obviously Matt floated the idea past you, and you did seem like this is
I'm
something that
happy with it.
works.
To be honest, I just want to get rid. Like I said, I'm not interested in making any money, anything at all. All I want is it off my hands. Because, like I said, I don't want to come in and have to fill out bloody self-assessment type form.
Yeah.
This, that, and other. Having to deal with bloody letting agency all the time. I don't want that.
You don't want the hassle. No, like I said, Mark. I mean, it's one of them things that if you're not an actual landlord by trade, it's something that you just don't want. I mean, if you did, I mean, the other option, if you did take it on, obviously, you'd get it's a little bit of pocket money for yourself, but it's probably more hassle in your eyes. So, I mean, what I can do is I can send over the next step. I mean, I can send over the terms we've agreed over the phone and what you discussed with Matt in a simple A4. And like I said, we're happy to pay for the legal fees for you. And I can put you in touch with a few, but there's quite a few solicitors. I mean, there's 3 or 4 solicitors that there's many solicitors that do it. So we can send that over to you that we use on a day-to-day basis. And I can send over some bullets and the next steps. And then if you just confirm, email me back, and then we can take the next step from there, if that sounds good to you.
Yeah, fine with me. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy.
Just a quick question, Mark. Do you have any photos you could possibly send over? Is that possible? Any photos you could possibly send over to my email?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, I've still got the old. I've got. 1 second. I might have got a sheet for it actually. We'll find it forever.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've got a Blundell's actually brochure. I'll scan it if you want to send it over.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, I mean, you got my email, didn't you? You've already got my email. Yeah. Okay. That'd be brilliant, Lester.
I'll scan that and send it over in a bit. That's no worries.
Okay, brilliant. Well, what I'll do is I'll send over. I'm just gonna.
If you want to go and look, if you don't want to go and have a look round it, if you want, what I can do is I'll get all the agents and let them tell the tenant, and then we'll go down one day.
Yeah, we will do. Yeah, we definitely will do. I mean, if you could send some of the photos over first, and then obviously I can send over the next steps. Just a very simple few bullet points. It's quite a simple process, and then we can move it forward. Obviously, it goes through the legal guys, through the solicitors, etc. And then as long as you're good, and then we can then move that forward then. And then we can sort out viewings, etc. from there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, I'll get it scanned up in a bit then, and I'll get it sent over to you.
Okay, excellent, Lester. I appreciate that.
Stuff and then get things moving.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, well, I'll speak to you soon. I'll drop you an email tomorrow, and then we can go through that.
Okay, brilliant. That. Thank you very much.
Take care, Lester.
Thank
Bye.
You. Cheers.